Hello, welcome back. I've just had a little tip that some push bikes. That's a bit of a lie. That I've just seen some push bikes on the side of the road. Well, I got a phone call from Heidi this morning to say there's two push bikes and a mower on the side of the road. And all that. I don't even see me because it's a bit of a job to say. Right, yeah. So I got a phone call from Heidi. And I said, well, haven't really got time because I've got to take Louis to his BMX practice. And so I literally drove past these bikes on the way out. They were there, and then when we come back, they were still there. And yeah, but obviously I couldn't get in the back because I've got his bike in the back and all the kit and everything else. So let's go and see if we can pick them up. Right, we're back. I don't know if you can see in the back, but anyway, yeah, that's the first time I've had an argument over scrap. Oh dear. I don't know. So I'm back home now. And it was really weird. Like I say, there was two bikes there, an electric mower. So I pulled up this really dangerous bit of roads on bends and everything. There's some big accidents there. So I thought, don't really want to, even flashlights, I don't want to stop. So I went up the road, come back, and you can sort of pull on the grass the other side of the road. So I pulled up, flashlights on, hazard indicators, all that. And walked across the road, got all three, so no problem with the scrap. So I picked the first bike up to carry it across the road, and a yellow Land Rover pulls up behind me my van. And three girls and a bloke jump out, say girls and woman, jump out of this Land Rover, grab the other bike and the mower. So, what are you doing? I said, that's mine. I'm here first, it's mine. You got that one. I said, no, you're not understanding. I said, I was here first, so it's my pick what I have. She said, yeah, you picked that one. I said, no, you're not understanding me. It's my pick. I said, well, whatever I leave, you can have. I said, but I'm here first. It's always the rules, you know what I mean? Somebody else is picking it, let them have a go. If there's something left over, then fine. Fair enough. So anyway, they got all fun. I said, you know what? It ain't worth the fucking aggro. You do what you want. I've had a good day. I don't give a shit. I've got a bike, that do. Anyway, next minute, they were trying to ride this bike with flat tyres. And the bloke comes running back with the mower. And he says, do you want that? I said, why? Won't it fit in the back of your Land Rover? And he went, no. And then the girl came along and said, well, it's sort of rideable, but it's a bit funny. I said, well, it's because it's got flat tyres. She said, do you want it then? So I ended up with it anyway. They were just being greedy. That's all it was. I mean, like I say, if they were there, I'd have got, when I got there, I'd have just drove past. But then again, they would have just dumped it on the side of the road because they couldn't get in the back of the Land Rover. So there you go. So, right, anyway, I'll show you what was in the back, and then we're going to go down the scrap shed and have a look what I've sort of been up to. Right, so this is what all the aggro was about. These two bikes, so nothing special. Two bikes and a G-Tech. Must be a bigger one than Coos got because it's got a solid blade. Coos has only got a half blade. There might be something on there worth having for this. No battery on it, so I can't try it. It might be something worth, might have some bits on it Keith might want. I doubt it because he's like new. Yeah, so they're the bikes. Like I say, there's nothing special. But I picked this one up, you see, because it's on the outside and it's got my name on it. So I picked this one up, and then they come and grab these, and nothing I could do. I mean, it ain't worth, I could have gone over there, I suppose, and started pushing my weight around, but really isn't worth it, is it, over a little bit of scrap? There's no weight in it. But yeah, so anyway, like I say, you can still see I've still got bits in here from, like I say, when we went BMXing. But yeah, I'll leave him up. It's up to Louis what he does with them ones. And what he don't want, I'll scrap. And it's been a funny old week for scrap because I picked this up, this cable out of a skip. And I asked the bloke first, I said, what, have any scrappy bits? He said, yeah, no problem, he said. He said, but how much are you going to pay for that cable? I said, I ain't going to pay for that cable. I said, it's in your skip. I said, if you know, I'll take it if you want to give it to me. If you don't, then I'll leave it in there. Oh, yeah, you can have the cable, he goes. And then he says, a little bit of lead. Right, what is this down here? Job to see it, I know. Guess the weight of it. But he said, oh, I want a fiver for it. And I couldn't see it like that because it was getting dark. I just said a little bit of lead. Well, basically, I see like the loose bit on, if you get what I mean. It was like the other side of the skip on the floor. Yeah, well done, Milo. And yeah, I said, no, I ain't paying $5 for that, mate. It ain't worth that to me. He says, heavy? I said, I don't care how heavy it is. I'm not paying for scrap. So if you want to give it to me, I'll take it. He said, all right, then take it, he went. And I wasn't until I went to pick it up, I realised how heavy it is. I don't know what it is. It's got to be somewhere between, well, Louis reckoned it was 20 kilos when he tried lifting it at the back of the van, but I reckon it's somewhere between 5 and 10 kilos, I would have thought. Yeah, good fight. Well, yeah, I don't know. I've no idea. I'll have to weigh it later. If I don't get round to weighing it later in this video, I'll have to weigh it when I do the non-ferrous. So I've got to do a non-ferrous run pretty soon. Picked up this little sack bow thing, trolley what unfolds. I think it'll work, I can make out. Just the handle's shot on it. But well, that might be handy. Being a little one, little lightweight one. You know, I can even slip that in the car. If it works properly, I ain't had a chance to try it. But I picked that up out of a skip. Oh, it was one of my customers actually. You know, one of the ones I take my bins to. And he's got that in the skip. I thought, I'll have that, thank you very much. Obviously you should see that cable, but the rest of this was out of one of my bins. I had it in the back of the van. I thought I'd better get this out before I load Lou's bike and stuff. A little bit of armoured there. I used to hate doing armoured cable, but now I quite enjoy it, to be honest. But, what's wrong with you? You want to go back in? Because it's a little bit chilly. A little bit chilly, isn't it? Eh? But yeah, let's get down the garage and have a quick look. Right, so I'm hoping, I was sort of trying to get this camera to stop wobbling because I've got a new case on it and it's like, could get caught up. I'm hoping you're going to notice a bit of a difference. I've been down here for a week actually, a week today. Because last Saturday Louis did a practice and I come down here afterwards and then he had a race, his first race meeting Sunday, so obviously I lost the day there. And then I just couldn't get into it this week. You know how it is, sometimes you just can't, I don't know, it's the cold, the wet, I mean, it rained a lot, it snowed and just couldn't get into it. But anyway, I've moved the barrel, what is there, from here. So I can actually walk through here now. Okay, I've ended up starting to fill it up again. But I've moved that. I said before, I don't collect cans, but I'm going to try something, so I've got a few here. This is basically stuff I've got to go through. I don't think there's anything in this one. I just sort of put it in there to sort of clear the door, if you know what I mean, so that I could get in and out. You know, when I packed up. Now this green bin, see if I can get round. Well, it does make a difference when you can walk in. So a few things I've started sorting out. Not a lot. But this one I've started putting in, I don't think you can see, it's quite dark. But I've just started putting in sort of wire and looms of washing machines and cookers and stuff like that, microwaves, in there to be sorted out, cleaned up and made into singles and whatever. Me household wire, that's about half, can't look, no, about a quarter full, something like that. Like again, you can't really see, I haven't got much light in here tonight. But I managed to sort of clear a bit of a gap through. Started going through this lot here. What is all the crap was all piled up. Sorry, good quality stuff. All piled up, waiting to be stripped. Bagged more stuff up. You can't miss the job of see, it's just piled, it looks like a pile of crap on the on the camera, done it? But yeah, and I've sort of sorted bits of wire out and stuff. I'm trying to think, I haven't actually been, like, so I haven't been in. I've opened the door just now. Then I got sidetracked by Louis. That's still got to be broken down. That is copper and brass. And I was sorting a load of these out. Yeah, I was sorting a load of these out. So they're copper and brass. So so I started sorting it out. But, slightly getting through it to clear it up a bit, because it is a bit of a shithole. But it just got me that every time I had to go through that door, I had to go through it sideways. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. A lot of these bags up on the top there are just empty, so that's good. And well, that's good, but it means I've sorted stuff out. Bugging me Hoover up, burnt the belt out. I've got 4 PCs there and a couple of DVD recorders, and somewhere else there's another pile of DVD recorders, and the boxes, you can't see, I've moved the boxes behind there, are all stacked with laptops. So this is on a trolley, but there's like about 3 boxes I think there, 3 of them boxes full of laptops. What I've got to sort out, what is a bit of a, oh, I hate stripping laptops. I'd much rather strip other stuff, but it is what it is. My disco light's still down here. That's like, so that's the last one. I didn't feel, that's all before I come back on YouTube, so you missed all the disco lights, which were quite good. But yeah, that's my next job. Clear this and clear the rest of it, and then yeah, probably do that tomorrow, Sunday. It's a Saturday a day. Yeah, so right, I'll see you in the morning. Right, I've got no light in here today because she's tumble drying, and the way I've rigged it up, I can't really have power down here when she's tumble drying. So all I've done today so far is started smashing this copper flower pot thing away. I'm a bit close, aren't I? But yeah, so far the bottom is brass, sides are all copper, but this little strip here is brass. That's, so you need to lie down, look at, oh, might down the camera. That's copper. So basically what you've got on the sides is copper, brass and copper again. And there's still bolts in here, that's why I can't see them a bit now. But yeah, so that's why we've got bits of rust on things, but because there's still bolts. But I think what we're going to have to do is take it apart. So just get the grinder and cut down here, cut the brass off, and took my gloves off now like an idiot, aren't I? Quite sharp. Drop that. Yeah, this is all copper, and these rivets are copper as well. These little lumps here are brass. So what I'm going to do is just run the grinder over these rivets. What we'll drop these off, put them in my brass. Don't have to clean brass where we don't have clean brass where I go. It's just mixed brass the way they do both places. Like so, I get these screws out, and it's apart, and that will do me, I think, for that. So I've had a bit of a clear up outside, but it's so windy I couldn't film it. Just all you hear is the wind noise. But yeah. Oh yeah, well, remember the lead. I'll put it in the bag here to weigh it. According to my fishing scales, well, I'll probably mile out. Well, you know, within a little bit, but I said it was 5 to 10 kilos. Louis said 20 kilos. It was 15 kilos. So it's heavier than what I thought. So that little bit of lead I picked up was 15 kilos. So it'll be interesting to see what it weighs on the weigh bridge when I weigh it in, because that's the only lead I've got. So be interesting. Right, I'm going to call it quits there. I'm going to sort of get out. The beer keeps going on one side. It's a pain in the arse, isn't it? But yeah, I'm going to leave it there because all I'm going to do next is probably break that copper thing up, the flower pot thing up a bit more. If she gets the power on, if I can get the power on, I'll grind anything off, so I'll video it then. I'll have my light in here, my ring light and all that sort of stuff. It's too windy outside to film, it's just too noisy. And yeah, so I'll do another video hopefully this week. Been lacking a little bit the last couple of weeks, so that's how it goes. I don't want to repeat the same old stuff. The trouble is with scrap, it is repeat, you know, rinse and repeat. So that's what I'm going to have to do, I'm afraid. Little bit of news coming next Friday. Nothing exciting, just something you might be interested in. But yeah, anyway, I'll see you soon. And remember, it's okay not to be okay. Cheers. Bye.